Dear Maria, count me in. That could actually
Kids
be
aren't very jazzy.
I know. How are we like acting younger than them? Okay. That could actually be charged to Dear Mari, count me in. It could. Yeah. All time low, missing it. Hey, Mrs. Rennie Smith. What's up, Teach?
What is up, Teach?
We have a very special episode because we have some students joining us today. Some young, fresh faces joining us for episode 7. We have had emergency episodes within there, but episode 7 of our podcast of Podface YouTube cast of a real life look-see into the brains of two pretty cool teachers. So if any of these panels, don't tell me if you haven't watched our episodes. I'm glad you're here. This is going to be great. I'm going to tell myself you guys are huge fans and always watch each week. So, any other announcements from on your end, Mrs. Ronnie Smith?
Not really. I mean, it's Isaiah's birthday. That's an announcement.
Whoa, okay. Got a birthday in the house. If this was Red Robin, we would be singing.
Thank you.
I know Mrs. Ronnie Smith has a birthday song.
I do. Evan might remember it. This is your birthday song. It is a very long. Stop.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Okay, you know what? We'll just get right into our student panel. How about we just go in order of this video that I have on here? I have Evan, Carlos, Riley, and Isaiah. Introduce yourself, your name, your grade, and a food, because this is what I'm wondering, a food you never get tired of. Evan, you're up.
Okay, so my name's Evan, and I'm in 8th grade, and a food I never get tired of is carbs, because you can't get tired of carbs.
Agreed. Wait,
Always.
The reaction.
I know. I don't know how to do them. Carlos.
Hi, I'm Carlos. I'm in 8th grade, and a food I'm never going to get tired of is pizza.
Also a good one.
Also agree.
And our only 8th grader lady of the chat. You're up, Riley.
My name is Riley. I'm in 8th grade, and a food I never get tired of is probably sushi.
Fair enough.
My name is Isaiah. I'm in 8th grade. A food I never get tired of is a good salad.
What? Do you have a favorite kind of salad? I did not see that coming.
Not really.
I wish I had that taste in 8th grade for a salad. Okay, what's your favorite salad dressing?
There's this one that's from Olive Garden. It's Italian dressing. It's pretty good.
Of course, we know that dressing. I have it at my house. Also, what's your favorite takeout salad? So
good question. Good question.
I like the Applebee's crispy Oriental chicken salad.
I don't really eat takeout salad. I'll just make one at home.
Me trying to be you at 32, trying to be you. Okay, thoughts on a Caesar salad then? I love a Caesar salad.
It's good. But it's too plain. It's too simple.
Here I am. It's spicy. It's not, but that's my taste level at this point. Wow.
I prefer takeout salads. I don't like making my own salad. I'll only eat it if someone else prepared it. So I'm shook.
I just like to make it. I'll make it when it's 2 or 3 in the morning.
Okay.
And for a snack, that's what I'll eat.
A salad for a snack?
Well, not the whole thing,
Oh.
but you know what I mean.
Iceberg lettuce or romaine?
Oh, iceberg.
I love that. Oh.
I do that answer. Evan, you probably like salads, don't you?
I guess so. I don't know. I'm a vegetarian, but I just don't like meat. That doesn't mean I really like vegetables so much.
Okay.
Then what do you
That's
eat?
kind of a stereotype, but
He likes carbs.
I love carbs.
Oh, I forgot about that. Here I'm thinking there are only 2 food groups. It's meat or vegetables.
Man cannot live on bread alone unless you're Evan.
Oh man. All right. Wow. Eye-opening. This episode, special edition, if you will, But I guess it can't be special edition because I think I say that every time. So everything's special. So by
This
default,
one is super special.
very unique. The one we've been looking forward to. Some teacher ponderings. These are questions that Mrs. Erroneous Smith and I have been just wondering your answers. I'll just slap them up here and then unmute yourself, whatever. I'm not going to call on you because, we're in a panel. We're not actually teaching right now. Whenever you feel compelled to share, can't wait to hear from you guys. First question being, what has gone well this year so far? So open up to anybody. Like, yeah.
Awkward. That was awkward.
I'll go first, I guess.
Thank you.
One thing that has gone well is knowing who, I guess you could say, like, my real friends are. Like, people that, like, I guess will stick by me, I guess. I don't know.
Facts.
Great answer. Riley's so easy to entertain.
I know. And
I could put any reaction watch and she'll laugh.
I have no sense of humor.
But your laugh, wait, that felt like an insult.
I just laugh at everything. So take that as you will.
I'll take it and run with it.
okay, Riley, what has gone well this year?
I mean, the only thing that's going well for me is just the fact that I can sit in my room at school instead of not be there. There's not a lot going on this year. It's just online.
I mean,
Still school, still boring.
She is chilling, drinking her soda. She's like, I guess this is my best life. I'm just hanging
The
out.
can of the day.
Same, unless you count the LaCroix I drink, then there'll be 2 more. But that's
No,
it. Have you ever had a LaCroix?
I have not.
Oh, they're terrible. But I love them.
I was gonna
What I
say
hear
they're
from
like,
everybody who drinks them.
Yeah, they're the worst.
but they have like a cult following.
I'm obsessed.
It's I watch this one YouTuber and he is just obsessed with them. And yet he hates them. It's like weird. It's like you like them but you hate them.
They strike me as like if you had a can like adjacent to a fruit. So like not necessarily the fruit
Yeah.
flavoring inside it, but it was near it.
Yeah, it was like
got it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a LaCroix. I also didn't know if it was like LaCroix. I don't know. I like sparkling water, but
Don't get the lemon one. The lemon one is the worst one by far.
really, I thought that was like the favorite.
Yes,
Oh.
people on my Facebook were just saying like 5 people said that's my favorite flavor.
No,
It actually
I think
sounds.
the
It tastes
first one,
like.
it's
Go
just
ahead.
bad. The first one that I ever got, it was a lemon one, and I thought it was like basically like soda, and I drank it, and I was so disappointed. I wanted to throw up. It was bad.
Oh.
The lemon one is like a lemon fiber 1 bar to me, like,
It was bad.
which I like fiber 1 bars too. But
Looking for a sponsor, Fiber
you gotta
One.
go into a LaCroix knowing what you're getting into. Like you're not there for flavor. You're there maybe to quench your thirst, if you will. It's the carbonation that like keeps you coming back. But
I like the bubbles.
yeah, you gotta know going in, this is probably gonna be terrible.
So you would say low expectations. Like,
Yes, lower your expectations.
okay, Carlos and Evan, what has gone well this year? I mean, outside of learning more about LaCroix, what has gone well?
Well, for me, it's that I got you guys as my teachers again.
Evan.
Yeah. So I
Evan
guess
already
that's,
won
like-
that round.
Oh, next question. I'm just kidding. We're going back. But, I mean, you could build on that, or if that's really the top-notch thing.
Does anyone agree or disagree?
think really carefully about that?
Carlos,
you're like the student body president, so that has to be going well.
Well, besides making lots of speeches, yeah, it's going well.
Okay, so
what a humble brag. Besides all the speeches I have to make,
it's really hard being you, right?
Yeah,
I have
they-
been impressed by all your speeches, Carlos.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's like they tell us to record a video, and then I have like 30 takes of a single part of the speech, and I'm like, okay, time for the next part of the speech, and then I keep on doing it, and it's pretty long and pretty frustrating.
You know, our admin tries to do a one and done when they make videos. So I challenge you the next time you make one, do a one and done and see what happens.
Oof,
No,
that's a lot. But as somebody who, I mean, I have videoed myself before, teaching things or trying to record the directions on Flipgrid. Riley, you post in there, but those videos, me saying, "Hey, you guys, today we're going to talk about," and then I forget what it is, and then I have to go back, and then I watch it, and I think, "Who's going to watch this?" It's me. I'm going to watch it.
I actually didn't realize how much more I need to smile until I started doing Zoom and Flipgrid, because I would be on the Flipgrid like this. And I'd be like, my gosh, I need to walk in like this. Hi, everyone.
Yeah, I
No,
think
I've
my
really been
default of, if I ever wear my hair down, I also don't recognize myself because based on my Flipgrid, I only have this to do. I'm learning. Okay, we got a next question. What's the next question? What has been the most challenging part of this year? I'm sure you have some answers for that, Riley, because you said like nothing has gone well. So by default, everything should be challenging. But what has been the most challenging part of this year? We'll open it up to you guys.
For me, it's been that I can't like go to the library and like spend like a long time like looking for books. Like you had to do it online, and that's like hard for me.
That's such a sweet answer.
Go to the library.
You really know your audience, Evan. 2 ELA teachers.
I just can't work hard enough. That's been the most challenging part. I can't work hard enough. I can't turn in more work. My teachers aren't assigning enough work for me to be. Ideal answer right there. Riley, you don't want that. Okay, noted. Riley
No.
says no.
I say no to that. I've
Okay.
got enough on my plate. I don't need.
You don't want to make it a buffet.
I've had
No.
too many mental breakdowns at 3 a.m.
Oh.
Kids do send a lot of emails and turn in a lot of work between 12 a.m. and 3 a.m. I will
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah.
I love turning in work very late because that's the only time I'm productive.
Does it ever shock you when a teacher replies?
No,
Like at 12, like at midnight?
I mean, no, because I honestly see it as normal. Like my normal bedtime is like 3, 4 a.m. I
How do
actually went to bed really early last night and it shocked me.
You are aware that your parents might watch this, right?
Oh, no, they know. They've kind of like, I've been doing it since like ever. So like, they're kind of just like over it. They can't stop me.
Hey, that was my follow-up of if you go to bed at like 3 o'clock in the morning on like a regular day where like 7:40, that comes quickly. So like you function at 7:40, you're good to go.
Yeah, I function just fine. I've been doing it for years. I just run off of like barely any sleep. I can run off of 0 sleep.
I don't
the reason
remember
I
that line.
survive is because I drink so many Mountain Dews a day. Like I empty a box by myself. I drink at least 3 a day. It's an issue, and I have
Yeah.
a mini fridge in my room, so that doesn't help it.
Okay, Riley, I am actively seeking ways to get more sleep, and I feel like you're actively seeking ways
I'm
to
the
sleep
opposite.
less.
I will just be like up, and then I'll realize it's 3 a.m. and I'll be like, oh, nice.
Or are you like watching TV? I mean, I can binge a show.
It's a mixture. I do a lot of reading actually, and writing. Reading and
Good
writing is my
answer.
main two, and then I'll be watching YouTube and then on weeknights when my phone doesn't turn off so early, I use TikTok.
Love
Mind
the TikTok.
blowing.
The TikTok has made me feel like I have a missed calling, not of teaching, because telling children what to do is a love language for me. But I feel TikTok made me think I missed my calling of being, wait for it, an ice cream cake decorator. I watched those videos and I was like, it's so soothing. Like, look at them, they're just taking the I just
I'm
love it. I
obsessed
want to
with
be in their
them.
world. Oh,
I'm obsessed with them. TikTok is just addicting.
I
I got-
actually see the value. I see the value. I got home the other day and my daughter had cleaned all the grout in the kitchen. And I was,
Mhm.
it smelled so bad. Like it smelled like chemicals. So I had to open all the doors and I was like, what? Like, thank you. But like, what got
What?
into you? And she said, TikTok.
Yeah.
Like I was watching on TikTok, you use bathroom cleaner and it cleans the grout. So I did it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a believer now in TikTok. But
It's
Riley, back to you not sleeping. I am someone, Miss Billman, I know can relate to this, even though I'm older than her. Like if I don't go to bed by 11, I literally go to bed thinking, well, fine, I guess I'll be ugly tomorrow. Like I can't
Totally.
function.
I'm the opposite. I actually do worse when I go to bed early. If I go to bed at anything before like 11, I'll wake up in the middle of the night, like at like 2 a.m. and I can't get back to bed. So I have to go to bed early or else I just won't sleep.
So we're talking about like 2 or 3 hours of sleep
Yeah.
a night. If I would get 2 or 3 hours of sleep, my face would look like pizza with like the cheese sliding off. And then look at Riley's eyeballs. Like look at her eyes and her under eyes. I've paid a lot of money to look like I'm not tired.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yet here you are,
Well,
a
it also,
non-sleeper.
well, it also helps that one, I have touch up on Zoom, and two, I've had even
Yeah.
if I do sleep, I have really bad eye bags, so like it's just kind of like unnoticeable.
But where are they? My eye bags have bags. They can't check one. It's not a plane.
My eye bags are going on like a transcontinental or or over the ocean, when a transatlantic flight.
Around
have
the
a
world,
lot of
of
baggage.
80 eye bags. That's what it is. Like,
Yeah. I'm shook. Okay.
Shut
But the
the
I know.
fuck.
That's just how I live.
Wow. Okay. So I need to, before we go to Carlos and Isaiah, I just can't wrap my mind around calling a 2-hour sleep. I feel like you just take naps all day. No, but you don't. You take take like a 2-hour nap and you are an iPhone that gets plugged in.
Am
Oh my gosh. Like you have an external battery of some kind?
I don't. I
Mountain
just
Dew. Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
a Mountain
Mountain
Dew.
Dew.
That's my battery. It keeps me sane. I literally just finished this one, and I grabbed this one before it, and
No,
it's
you
already
did
half
not.
empty. It's already half empty.
Okay.
I grabbed this right before we went onto here.
Riley, this I might have to put another slide in here. This could be an intervention episode.
That reaction for me is a mom reaction. That was me being a mom. For
Addiction.
me.
I have an addiction. I really
You know
don't
what?
think it's
It's-
healthy.
It's
It's
good that
cute.
you brought that up, Riley. We wanted to talk to you about that.
We weren't gonna say anything, but Carlos told us that you are addicted.
This is an intervention.
Oh, wow. Okay. Carlos and Isaiah.
I'm just something.
Woo, okay. What has been the most challenging part of this year for you two? Watching Riley's addiction grow, same.
Yeah, it's
concerned.
heartbreaking, really. No. I think the hardest most challenging thing is knowing what I can and cannot control. Like in school and just like life, like knowing that some things I just can't control and that I shouldn't worry about what I can't control, and like try to actually put positivity in the world and not get anxious about stuff that I can't affect. You know what I mean?
Tell that to adults. Oh my gosh. Slap
Put it
that
on
on
a
a t-shirt and I'd buy it. That was
I
great.
just- We just both said put it on a t-shirt.
Put it on a t-shirt.
It's on my I put it like I have like notes on my Instagram and stuff just to help
I-
people, because I know like other, like I'm not trying to expose anyone, but this one girl, like she told me that like they help her, I guess, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't
no.
want you to expose anyone, but what's her name? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't
I-
know.
I would hate to humble brag, but my writing really cures people's downers. Wow. I can't even say that.
My followers rely on my
My scribers. This has been a really big shift in like we're so used to controlling what we can.
Yeah.
And arguably everything. And now we're living like seemingly at the mercy of a magic 8-ball of like, what's gonna happen today? What bomb will drop today?
Yeah.
School! Like that's what it feels like.
I have a quick question
Yeah.
with that, Ms. Spillman, to Isaiah. Do you feel like, and to the panel, do you feel like some of that disappointment or some of the feeling out of control, this, especially in 2020, but you know what, the year didn't change just because the calendar did, 2021 as well. Do you think that that has made people generally stronger or generally more anxious and afraid?
I would say more anxious, at least for me. Like 2020, it wasn't hard, but it wasn't easy either. I feel like a lot of people overreacted. And I know some people had like family deaths and stuff like that, but it wasn't the worst year because we were still able to be alive. You know what I mean? Like people take their lives for granted so much. So I feel like I honestly forgot your question, Miss Aronia Smith, but like
It was, do you basically like, do you think that this whole experience with the pandemic has made people more resilient and able to withstand things? Or do you think that it's made them less able to handle life, basically? You had a good answer. So,
it depends how you took it. If you saw the pandemic and automatically was like, "Oh, my life is over," then it didn't affect you in a good way. But if you had like a positive mindset and like being, I think the word is like resilient and like a positive mindset, you could honestly overcome the challenge of a pandemic and come out of 2020 as a better person.
all right. I'm opening that to the rest of the panel too. What do you guys think? Has it made people stronger?
Well, in a way, but yeah, it has made people stronger.
But you also feel like it's not, maybe?
Well, like I said, many people are taking their lives because they think they cannot go through this, but well, my family has made it. They're tough. COVID-19 may be tough, but so are we, so
Another
that sticker.
third idea.
I know, I'd
Another-
buy it. I'd
Put
buy
that
it.
on a shirt. Put that on a shirt.
Guys, don't tempt me. I might have to.
Right.
That's a really good question, Mrs. Aronia Smith, of what can we say that we came out of here maybe with some wins?
Mhm.
Like what areas of our lives have maybe we've built some resilience, or maybe feel like we've kind of lost some control. Great question. We'll just head to the next question. What would be your ideal plan for school? So I'm not thinking like never go. That's not the thing. But like never go is like we're done right now. But what would be your ideal plan? So I think tentatively they say March to come back face to face. What do you guys think would be your ideal plan? What do you think?
For me, I don't know. Like, I want to go back to school, but I don't like want to get corona. But like, I also would just like anything but iPal. So, yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Anyone else?
Like, do people want full day school, half day school, 2 days a week,
AM, PM.
Saturdays?
I think
I don't know.
I think we shouldn't come back this year. I feel like it's been such a big change from, like being in real life school and then online and then now like coming back again. It's so many changes where it would be too inconsistent. And it's like they want to come back for one trimester. They're like the Pasco School District. They want to come back just to say that they came back and that we did have in real life school. When in reality, I feel like it would not benefit us because it would so many changes. Like it's again back to online and or not online, but in real life and having to actually be with our teachers now. It's such a different change from being online. It's too many changes, in my opinion.
Yeah. Thanks for being honest.
Yeah. Riley or Carlos?
I agree with that actually. Just because like it took me the first whole trimester to get used to going to online school. I'm still not fully used to it because it's just weird to me that I'm online and not in a class. And I don't want to think about having to go back and readjust to going in real life because I've just gotten like my workflow to work and then having to adjust it to fit like real life school is going to be too stressful. And I do not have enough Mountain Dews to get me through that.
The world doesn't have enough.
I actually just got another can. My sister dropped one off and my hands are shaking. So yeah, I don't have enough Mountain Dews to get me through another trimester.
So
but
Riley
definitely-
actually needs like a waterfall of Mountain Dew.
I do. I drink Mountain Dew more than water. I actually don't remember the last time I had water.
That's bad. That's
I
really
I've
bad.
never been one for water. It used to be like milk. I used to really like milk.
And
Like
then you transitioned to Mountain Dew?
and then I transitioned to like nothing for a while, and then I just transitioned to Mountain Dew. And I drink water when my friends force me to drink water.
Hmm.
My friend will text me and she'll be like, "Can you please drink water?" She
Well, now
knows.
I'm gonna have to email you.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow, and I'll say, Riley, first and foremost, did you drink water today?
I'm gonna start texting you, put down the Mountain Dew, and you're gonna be like, how did she know? Because you always have one.
I do. I really do. I finish one before I go to bed. I grab one right before class.
Have you ever had any cavities?
Like 2 really long ago.
Okay.
Watch
I
out for
can't-
diabetes.
And that was before I had Mountain Dew. I really don't think you know what? It's okay. If I'm gonna die, it's gonna be to something that I enjoy.
Oh,
YOLO. That's where YOLO came
YOLO.
from.
You
So-
live once.
um,
You live once.
I can't believe you started with milk, and I will tell you, 100% keeping it real with you. All I can imagine is curdling right now. Like your stomach has to be like.
I was
like-
thinking, can your stomach handle the Mountain Dew? Because when you're older, it
I
might
hope
not.
so.
Riley, I'm
hope
going to tell you,
so.
my gallbladder could never.
Mm-mm. I can drink one
hope
Diet
so.
Coke like every other day, and that's it.
Like it's the thing. I grab like it's my morning routine consists of grabbing them. I wake up, I eat, I take a shower,
No.
brush my teeth, and then I grab a Mountain
Grab
Dew.
the dew. You do the dew.
Do the deal.
And then I finish it like right before lunch, and then I grab another one, and then I like grab another one like towards dinner time, and then I finish that one like right before bed. And that's yeah.
Okay,
And you can
so
go to sleep like that?
I think that's why you're not sleeping.
Never mind. It's all,
Well,
it's all
that's not
making
the only
sense
reason
now.
That is
I'm
why
not
you're not
sleeping.
sleeping. Okay, Riley's ideal plan for school would be to change the water fountains to only
Yes.
supply Mountain Dew.
Yes,
Riley,
please.
I have seen this episode of 2020 all about the people of the Appalachia, and they also like Mountain Dew. You need to research this. I feel like
I'm sure I would get along great.
you would. Okay, Carlos. Carlos, I cannot believe that. Carlos, what's your ideal plan for school?
Ideal plan for school. Well, things aren't getting better, so maybe next year when we go to high school, probably because well, cases are
You-
going up and all that.
Are
And
you
if we-
feeling compelled to let's finish out trimester 1 or trimester 3 face to face?
Probably. I don't know. I'm fine with the online school. It's just that's getting very tiresome because I sit down all day, look at a screen, then I go look at another screen for another 2 hours playing video games, and then I sleep, and it's repeat all day long. So it's getting very tiresome. But if we do go back to school, I hope we have like social distancing and all that, like so we don't get that many cases or whatsoever.
What you're describing sounds like Zoom fatigue, which is what a lot of people are experiencing from staring at screens. So yeah, I just wanted to say that I've heard people saying that.
You know, all the times that I think of that I would say like my ideal job, watching Netflix all day. That was a lie. That was a lie. Like staring at a screen, like I could do like what is that? Like I think my eyes have aged. Let's see what the next question is.
Wait, I don't think Evan answered, or did he?
Yeah. He said
Yeah, he said just not iPal.
anything other than iPal.
Okay, and then I just wanted to say one more thing. Like, I appreciate all of your guys' honesty.
I do too.
And I feel like adults right now are trying to figure out what's best for you, but we're not hearing from the kids. Like, we didn't really ask them.
Yeah.
And so I think you bring up some interesting points, and you four and your different opinions really highlights what we see out in the community too, which is people have various different needs. Something that I kind of thought of, I think when Carlos was talking, is for some people, or it might have been Isaiah, for some people, the issues we have online, like the issues they have learning online, are going to be exchanged for different issues in person. So you don't have the same issues of staring at a screen and stuff, but there's some people who being around other kids is a distraction or might make it harder. So I think like what Isaiah said, it's a transition to another way of doing things and getting used to those different factors. So yeah, you guys brought up like all the points that the adults talk about, and we still don't have a solution. So that's
Taking
great.
all of that into account, I can't help you with anything. But okay, something that I appreciate, gonna build off of Mrs. Ronnie Smith, is that I could not have predicted what you guys were gonna say at all.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm like, the children want to go back because I don't really know. This may shock you. I'm not a child. So I don't know what the kids want to do. And I think we frequently hear like, when are we going back? When are we going back? And I do say it. We've been working since August, so we're not going. You mean physically school? Either way, like I only know what I know, and hearing from you guys helps me understand the student perspective of maybe there are things that are kind of going well, but that would be like how Isaiah pointed out, huge transition. And what happens if it's like we go for a week and then we're back out? Like that's a lot. And actually that's a lot like social emotionally as well. I do think there are pluses to being around people. Ask me any day and I'm like, people are gross. But there are some pluses to being. So wow, you guys, I loved it. Arguably the most important question, who is your favorite ELA teacher? Waiting for this. Riley's the only one in my class, and I swear if she doesn't say me, like I'm just gonna send her to the waiting room. Okay, silence. I can't.
Okay, wait. Who's
Riley,
going?
you're the only one in
Okay.
my class on
Well,
this panel.
okay. Well, first I have a very important question. Can I count teachers I've had in the past?
No,
Because that may
no,
or may not change.
Who's your favorite 8th grade? The fact you asked that.
That really makes it not fair, first of all.
The
So no.
answer, because as much as you're great and you're my favorite teacher, like this
I'm
year,
sorry, as much as you're great, comma?
there's another teacher that I had in the past that I like just a little bit more.
Who could it possibly be?
It was my, I think, 4th grade. Her name's Mrs. Bory.
A lie. That is a
and-
lie.
And
You
it was,
just
it's
think
actually a joke in my family that she's my second mom, because I've said multiple times I'd like to have her as my mom.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you until the time comes where I can claim you on taxes. Fine, I will keep myself as your second favorite ELA.
You're my favorite this year, though. So
Thank you.
that
Okay.
is something.
To be clear, Miss Spillman is your favorite this year, and
Yes,
then if you
And
went-
she will
if the
continue
pool
to
was
be my favorite this
expanded-
year.
Okay, and if the pool was expanded to ever, she's second.
Yes, which is very good, because I've
That's
had a
not
lot
bad.
of ELA teachers.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't even know how I'll look at you tomorrow, Riley. I just
Take
don't.
your win and leave it.
I don't know your rising sign, but it's showing right now.
Wait, I have it on my phone. I screenshotted it the other day. I'm gonna grab it right now.
You are
just so I
going
can
after
see.
my Gemini rising, and I don't appreciate it.
Let's
You gotta
see,
have a
my
Scorpio right now.
rising- Where is it? Okay, my rising is a Scorpio, so
Of course,
Did I not just say you
of
have a
course
Scorpio?
it is.
it is. Of course, my rising is a
Riley,
Scorpio.
what is your Enneagram number? A 7? An 8?
I don't remember actually.
You would be. You would be.
gotta
A
be.
7 would
Oh, wow. You're rude. This is bullying. This is bullying a child.
No. What
Gonna
number?
make an
are-
8 minute
no,
video.
It's a lie.
I
That is
I
a
think
lie.
Carlos did it. Carlos, what Enneagram are you?
7. I think I'm just a plain 7.
Solid 7. Seven's not plain, first of all,
Yeah,
but a
seven-
solid
seven
7.
is when you-
Evan, what were you?
I like forgot. I'm pretty sure it was like a 2, 50 between 2 and 6, but I'm not exactly
Fair
sure.
enough. Fair enough.
Okay, and then Isaiah, did you ever take the Enneagram test?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, I'm gonna send you
He's
the
a 3.
link.
He's a 3.
You think he's a 3? I would have
Sound
guessed
like
that
I am.
too. By the number of times you unmute to talk in class, I will tell you you're probably a 3.
Oh, I talk a lot though. It depends
what-
what class. It
Miss
depends.
Spillman's a 3 also.
Yeah, just to figure out like, is your favorite sound your own voice? Then yeah, you're a 3.
No.
You know, what, Riley, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna ride the
Run
wave.
with it.
Yeah, take it. Appreciate it, because I don't like a lot of my old teachers, so this is a win.
I needed you to start with that. I didn't like a lot of my old teachers, so I actually
I don't. I have beef with a lot of them. Actually,
next
a
episode.
lot of beef.
Ooh, she
Okay, the next episode will be
Next
teachers I don't
episode.
like. I can bring some to the table.
I got a few.
I want to know who's Evan's favorite 6th grade teacher. Evan had us both for 6th grade.
Just say
really-
both, Evan.
I really hoped he would answer. He looks so uncomfortable. He's
He
like,
muted himself.
oh, you really are a 2, Evan, because you're like, oh no, I don't want to
Hurt
upset
their
anyone."
feelings.
All right, well, who's your favorite ELA teacher this year? Is it me or iPal, Evan?
It's definitely not iPal. And like, I had both of you for 6th grade, but like you only, I only had one ELA teacher though for 6th grade.
That's
Yeah.
true.
But and for this year, technically you're not my teacher, Miss Bilbin, but like I can't choose. So
Aw,
I'm just gonna say my least favorite teacher, but I don't really know if I want to, because like what if she like hears
What if
this or
she's a
something?
scriber?
But, like
Might be a
So would
scriber. I think we have like 10. So
Would you say Miss Billman and I are tied for first?
yes.
yes,
What would you say?
obviously.
We share with each other, so it's fine. Yay.
Much nicer than my answer.
You know what, Riley? I am a 3, so I am resilient to people not liking me. But I am reminded you don't like a lot of people, so I have made it.
I really don't.
I made it to an inner circle. So
I could
now,
go off all day.
right, Riley, I actually feel brand new. I a phoenix through the ashes. I am now claiming the circle of teachers you like.
Yeah, there's like 4.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm part of an elite club and
You are.
I'm here for it. So my mood has changed and it further proves I'm a 3. It just I needed to hear you don't like
Throw
other
in.
people and then suddenly okay. I'm
Yeah.
new now. I'm new.
Yeah, you're in an elite group of 4.
Okay, what about Carlos and Isaiah?
Of like all my grades or 8th grade.
Miss Billman, is it specific to 8th grade?
He did put a grade on there.
Okay.
Be any
Um,
grade. Okay.
You think of who are your hosts right now. I'll leave that.
Know your audience. That's
Mhm.
what I'm gonna say.
Read the room.
Um,
Read the room.
I think it's tied between Miss Aronia Smith or Miss Rutledge from like 4th grade.
Oh, I know
Because-
Miss Rutledge. She's a nice lady.
Yeah, she was
I'm
like
honored.
my mom basically at school. Like I knew her on like a deep level, I guess. Like she was
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, I know her. She's awesome.
But I think Miss Aronia Smith wins. Because she listened to my playlist. So
I did. I played it in the car when I took my son and his friends to Spokane.
yo.
I was the cool mom for a little while.
All right, Carlos, what about you?
Well, I'm not gonna have an answer like Riley, but my favorite teacher of ELA is gonna be Mrs. Smith because I don't remember the names of my other teachers.
I'll take it.
That's
You
a win.
don't have to
That is a win.
quantify it with that ending of the sentence. Just Mrs. Smith. Period.
I mean, again, Riley's
I didn't
answer is
even have
now
him.
making me feel better.
I didn't even have him for
Yeah,
ELA. Did I?
yeah.
I didn't have you for ELA. Did I, Carlos?
Oh, you had the other team.
Yeah.
No, I had the rotate. No, I think I had Mrs.
Yeah, you had
Yeah,
the 3. You had 3.
I can't. Yeah,
I-
I can't remember.
I probably came into your class though and taught some lessons.
Yeah, about battery packs.
Battery packs.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I used to hate Miss Aronia Smith.
What's that?
I used to hate Mrs. Aronia
Okay,
Smith.
what was the turning point?
Oh my gosh, he got so mad at me one day and I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why either. I just like I was so mad that I left the class early.
Why did you not like me?
I don't know. I think it's because like you used to talk too much, but then when my teachers like didn't talk at all, I was like because she would talk about the randomest stuff in class like ever, and like now that we're actually doing schoolwork, I like when she just talks about random stuff.
This is secrets revealed. This is like secrets revealed. And you got tired of you are a 3. You wanted to talk about random things probably.
No, I used to not. Like I used to just like want to be quiet, but now like I'll say the randomest stuff in class.
Yeah, you're also pretty random. Okay, my camera's fuzzy. I have to fix it. Sorry, there. So you didn't like me. Okay, here's what happened. We were in class and I said, how are your classes going? Like, are you having any issues with any teachers? I think that's what I said. Or something. And Isaiah was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Isaiah
Yeah.
was like, yeah, you. And I was like, what? Like, yeah, what if I don't like my ELA teacher? And I was like, that's me. And he was like, yeah, and? But then after that, it was fine. I think you just had to get that off your chest.
Yeah, I think because like sometimes just have to like let stuff go. So
Maybe you wanted to see what I was going to say about that.
to be honest, I don't know why I said that, but
Some growth right
yeah,
there.
This
sometimes
feels
I don't
like
like
a
teachers.
counseling session. So I'm happy that you came to this.
Did you? He did say sometimes he doesn't like teachers. Fair enough.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But then after that, he was like, all right, I guess you're fine. I
Yeah,
didn't
I
get mad
thought
at him. I was just like, wow. Actually, my exact words afterwards were awkward.
yeah.
And then Isaiah, you don't even know this. And then I was leaving the building and somebody was here with their laptop. It was actually Monique from our class.
Oh.
And she was here, I think, with her laptop, and her dad was here. And I said hi and whatever. And he said, oh, yeah, I hear you in your classes. And I was like, oh, I had not actually thought about that parents are listening to the classes, or maybe I would have rambled less. But anyways, he said, yeah, I heard that kid say he doesn't like you. And I was like, I know, right? So
Yay,
all were
you're talking
listening.
behind my back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at the growth happening.
I mean, it was slowly like a progressive thing to where she like started becoming like one of my favorite teachers. But I think for me, I like to like know someone on a personal level before I start like I guess like talking to them like in class. Instead of like I'll just sit in classes and I won't say anything. But like if I actually like them, I get to know them, then I'll actually like talk to them. Or like I'll just say something like random to like oh or like I asked Miss Aronia Smith, I think it was yesterday, like how her day was. Because no one was saying like anything whatsoever. So I was like, I'll just say something.
Yep.
I don't know.
It's things like that that make me excited for even if we go back to school in person or just seeing you guys like out and about, which is weird to see people from online in person. But being able to have a conversation with you because we've already spent so much time getting to know each other through Zoom, and it's so different than in class. Sometimes in class it feels like it's all right, the period's over, you go to your next class. All right, like we're just turning kids through these rooms. And now because we have office hours, email, we have to try to get really personal with things. We know just a different level of understanding of each other that I think has come out of this.
But I will say there has to be a limit to where it's your students and then it's like because I had the 6th grade teacher, I'm not gonna call any names, but like this one time this one kid was like acting bad. We had a substitute, so the substitute took away the kid's blanket and everyone was like overreacting. And then this one girl called our teacher who was gone, like she was on vacation, and she like called her and like I guess your like, students aren't supposed to have your like personal phone number. And then like yeah, it was pretty weird, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
I was just about to ask, how did she call her?
Wow.
Yeah, she had her phone number, I guess.
Weird.
Why?
I don't.
Well, this teacher that you don't want to embarrass, what's her name? No,
Nope.
just- no, I'm kidding.
You know, he thought about it. He was like, oh, this
I
one.
was gonna say something. No, her child follows me on Instagram, so I can't say.
Oh, okay. So keep
Oh,
that on the
thank you.
DL. No, I agree. You have to have boundaries. I've never had a student call me like that, but Miss Billman and I had someone email us when we were gone and we taught 6th grade. They emailed us about what the class was doing when we weren't there. And that I
great.
appreciated.
The snitch.
Loved it.
Yep.
Or was it a reporter?
A mandatory reporter.
Mandatory.
The spy.
A spy.
Or was it a teacher helper? You just got to
Snitch.
reframe it. Got to reframe it. We have final thoughts. We'll go through. You guys just finish the sentence. I wish my teachers knew. With whatever it is. So like percolate. And then whenever you're ready to share, unmute yourself. But how would you finish that sentence? Just our final thoughts of our student panel today. I wish
Also,
my teachers knew.
while they're thinking, Carlos put in the chat something about top 10 anime betrayals. Carlos, if you make a PowerPoint, you could be on another episode to show
Yeah.
us that. Like, I'm not even kidding. That's something kids would be really into, I think.
It's our topics we want to talk about.
So
So
you have to make an
PowerPoint
engaging PowerPoint.
and then send it to me, and then I put it together within our PowerPoint. So if you have another topic, like Riley, I would actually be really interested in, and I'm intrigued by Mountain Dew, but do you have a preference of like can versus fountain versus bottle? You prefer the can?
Also, like, why Mountain Dew too? Like, why is it
I
preferred?
could go
Don't
on.
answer
I
that.
could go on.
See, it's a topic you want to talk about. You need to make a PowerPoint for
Yeah,
it.
that's a PowerPoint. Waiting
Maybe
to
if I'm not lazy. At like 3
Okay.
a.m. I'll make one at 3 a.m.
All right.
Will
When you're-
most likely be yeah. So whoever wants to share how they would finish, this is your final thought for our student panel. I wish my teachers knew. Just pop in there.
I'll go first. This goes for like other people as well, like other, I guess, older people. Not you guys that are old.
Not old. Not old.
Not that you guys are
Evans
old.
Can't hold it together. He's
But,
laughing.
Not that you guys are old, but like just like adults in general.
Okay.
That I think like people really underestimate the stress that being a teenager in the modern day is. Like I always get like talks like, oh well, back in my day, or like, like, well, it was harder for them than it was for us. But it really is hard being a teenager and knowing that, I guess for me, not trying to be a disappointment for our family. And like I know a lot of people are always like, oh well, don't think that. But like you have to think, you have to look at what you don't think, and you have to overcome it. You know what I mean? Always try to overcome your problems and pass through and move on, I guess. And so I think it's just hard to be a teenager and to have school, online school, and then have like, I guess, friends to deal with that also have troubles, and then like other stuff. Like it's just hard being a teenager and people underestimate it. So I wish my teachers and other people knew that.
Yes.
Appreciate that.
I know. I thank you for sharing that.
Is someone else ready?
I can.
Okay.
All right. I guess it kind of does follow a little similar thing as he said. So I wish my teachers knew, which is kind of funny to say because I don't talk about it, but like it's just hard, and especially with somebody like me who has anxiety, specifically social anxiety, it's very hard for me to like want to participate and stuff. And it's just like it was already hard enough in real life because I have very high standards for myself due to like being such a gifted kid as I grew up. So like I've had very high standards, and I also have to participate in class despite the fact that I really don't want to and I don't like talking to people. And so it's just like really hard because I have to like keep up with my grades. As much as people will call me dramatic, I used to cry over getting anything like under like a 95 because I felt like I was doing bad and I was just failing everything. And like with online school, it's very hard, and like I am like trying to keep up with everything, and it's online and it's still pretty new. It's only like second trimester, is it? Yeah, and so like it's still very new despite the fact that it doesn't feel like it's very new. And then and then also with the sharing out, a lot of teachers want you to share out, but it's just awkward and I don't like it. I still have trouble ordering food because I feel like I'm saying it, like I feel like I'm disrupting their time.
Okay,
Even though
Riley, I'm gonna
That's the thing.
need you to prepare a PowerPoint or come on here again to talk about that, because I've noticed that with my teenagers at home, the idea of ordering or talking to someone,
Yes.
and I don't think that was something kids dealt with in my generation. So like I don't remember kids being nervous about that. So I don't
Yeah,
know
it's hard.
I don't know why kids now are. Like I actually really am curious about it. The
Yeah.
only thing I can figure out is that you guys can Google everything. So unfortunately, a lot of kids are afraid to drive now because they've seen so many things online.
I
Where
am.
Before, it
I
was
don't like
this-
the idea of it.
yeah, and it was this ignorance before where it was like, we didn't know. So we were like, that seems fun.
Yeah.
You guys have all this info coming in. So anyway, that's
Yeah.
a whole nother topic I want to talk
Yeah.
about. But
It's very fun.
I had
But-
like years of never calling like anything on the phone. I'm sure my mom who watches this will confirm that if I had to make a hair appointment and because they didn't have the internet, I would
Mhm.
like beg my mom, like, will you please make it? And then it turned into like okay, hang on. Does that time work for you? Yeah, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't work. Like I hated talking on the phone to people because I didn't want to be wrong. I didn't
Oh,
want to
yeah.
inconvenience them. Like
Yes.
I like calling Pizza Hut to order pizza when like
It's their job.
their job. Like I don't know. Like if you're
I
not
still feel
busy, can you please
bad.
make a pizza? Like I don't know. Like if
Yes, I still feel so bad about it. I struggle emailing teachers. I had to do it the other day, and I was this close to just like
like we're
I
done.
was
We're done.
having a hard time. I was
I,
yeah.
maybe it's not kids in your generation then, because Miss Billman's not your age. I don't know if you noticed, but
Very
so
much
maybe
not.
I just was oblivious to it. I think of
Yeah.
myself like I'm a little bit more like Isaiah, where if he doesn't get responses or he will speak up and say it, and if he doesn't hear back, he's like, well, who do I report this to? Like Miss Billman
That
can
was me.
confirm. That's how I am
Yeah.
too.
I emailed this one art teacher like 4 times. I got so frustrated. I was like, Mr. Roger Smith, what's the principal's email? 'Cause I was about to just report her.
I
like,
could
"Doesn't
never.
answer."
I could
But what's
never.
funny is I'm that way. You can ask Miss Billman. I will constantly be like, all right, who's the manager? I write letters to the board. I write letters to my principals that I work for. Like I'm just
could.
constantly like,
Not.
you probably don't know this, but let me tell you what you're doing wrong.
Somebody needs that job.
Yeah, no, I could not.
If I could get paid to just go in and criticize places and tell them what they're doing wrong, I
What
could
a
make so
dream.
much money.
What a
Like
dream.
that would be the dream job for me. But anyway,
Definitely could not. But you know, it's working. And I'm actually gonna say something positive about Miss Billman right here, right now.
Oh, record.
So one thing I actually really like about Miss Billman is why she's like my second favorite teacher of all time is because I feel comfortable to talk around her. And like so that's why I'm very chatty today, because I just like feel okay talking, which is something that I don't.
It's not the
very
Mountain Dew. Okay, just to be
It's not
clear.
the Mountain Dew.
Okay.
Yes, of course it's my Mountain Dew. It keeps me sane.
Yeah, we hold it down during class. We make it so we're teachers and students, obvious, but I think at our core we're people.
Yeah, we are.
People forget about that, like that students have opinions, they have feelings,
Yeah, they do.
and they're completely valid. And like we
Mhm.
should be listening to them.
Yeah, but they don't because they don't think
Yeah.
about that. I know quite a few teachers that will quite constantly like talk about like assignments and grades, and I'm just like about to sob because like I'm aware I just can't. And it's just annoying. It's hard, but
Right.
nobody
You're,
ever
like,
takes that into
talking-
account.
It's like
mean,
talking
nobody
about
but Miss
students in
Billman and I.
front of them.
Mhm.
Like I would never.
Yeah, Miss Billman's cool.
Um,
Yeah,
I'm her best
Carlos and
friend.
Evan. Carlos and Evan. I wish my teachers knew.
I guess for
You wish
me,
iPal knew, Evan.
what? Wait, what did you say?
You wish iPal knew.
uh,
You actually, it's just finished a sentence. I wish.
yeah. I wait. I don't know. I don't know. I guess something that I wish you knew was that the Seattle field trip, I really liked it, but I didn't like the trip there and back. I mean, the trip there was okay, I guess, but like I don't know. I just don't like driving in like cars.
so next
like,
time
car sick
would like to
and stuff.
teleport. Got it.
Yeah, sure.
Let me write that down and grab my pen.
You didn't get
Yeah,
to go
but-
last year, Evan. So there
Remember
was,
that? Yeah, sorry.
it was sad. And Carlos went on that trip too, right, Carlos? So you didn't go
Oh,
on
he
the
didn't?
Seattle
Oh, he
trip
didn't?
for McClintock?
No, so funny story. I got the money. I raised it by working. My parents decided, let's go to California. We go over there. We went to La Pulga, which is a big old yard sale or whatever you like to call it in
Flea
English.
Market, yes.
And let's just say I saw a few things that caught my eye. And when I mean a few things, I mean too many things that I just had to buy something there.
You
And
had
then when I come back, the teacher's like, okay, Carlos, where's your money? I'm like, what money? And
That's why you couldn't go.
yeah,
Carlos, you should have said, because we probably would have given you a scholarship, unless your parents were like, that's what happens.
yeah, that's me then.
Oh, that is their
Like
attitude.
the
Okay.
actual footage. Carlos, how would you finish that sentence? I wish my teachers knew.
I wish my teachers knew that whether it be in school or in online learning, if I don't get to play my video games, the next day I won't do anything
Ooh.
because if I don't play, I need to get my mind off stuff. Then I overreact stuff. Then I just don't do anything. So if I don't play, I won't participate. I won't show my camera, and I don't want to do homework that day. So
Yeah.
Carlos, I have so many snaps for you because as a parent, I've seen what happens. Sometimes kids are all different, right? But some kids, if you take away all their stuff because their grades are bad, they don't rise to the challenge. Like that actually makes it worse. And so for some kids, like you hit the nail on the head. They need a brain break. They need to go skateboard. They need to be on their computer. They need to do something besides schoolwork sometimes. So I really totally agree with you.
I feel like that's like a coping mechanism. Like you can use that to get your mind off of stuff, and like a break. Like a lot of teachers that are like just like parents in general, they'll be like, "Why aren't you doing your homework? Or why aren't you, doing proactive stuff?" Like sometimes we need a break from life in general, and just for me, it's music. I'll listen to the music that I like, which is like call like Tyler Creator, like stuff like that, and like just a
That's
break.
calming.
Yeah, well, it depends. No, you see, that's what Mr.
It
Ryan
kind of
is.
stresses me out, Tyler the
It
Creator.
just depends what music like, what
Fair.
album. I guess what
I'm
album.
not to
Right.
judge. I'm not to judge.
Or
Well,
like,
I think some of the kids in my life, I've had to remind them. I mean, every day's a break. So, like, at some point, you have to do your work.
no, yeah, that too.
But
Like, you
yeah,
can't
yeah,
just
I
make
know.
excuses. You have to have like a even, I guess, balance of work and also like a break. So,
Yeah.
I don't know, just a
Well,
balance, I guess.
and I think Miss Billman and I have talked about that as teachers, as colleagues, as we plan our year. You have to be flexible right now. You guys have things pulling you in a million different directions. I've worked from home. Some days that I have to work from home, I see my laundry and I think, oh, I'm just going to throw this in really quick, or I have to go help my kids, or I'm pulled in all these different directions. And I know that you guys learning at home, it's not the same as at school where you can just sit down and focus. And so we are intentionally flexible about due dates and projects and trying to support you guys the best way we can, but also understanding that, you have things going on. And so as long as you guys talk to us and say, this is what I have going on, but I'm going to do this, that's what really matters. And I've heard adults say like, well, in the real world, they can't do that. That's not 100% true. And also you're 14. And so we're 13, like you're not an adult yet. So I don't know if they've realized yet, but we are in a pandemic. So I just don't think that's, you didn't get it in by Friday, you turned it in Saturday. Like that's not a hill I want to die on. Right. So that's just our take and what we've tried to do this year.
Yeah. Living by the motto, bend so you don't break. It's,
Yeah. Put that on a
you have to
t-shirt.
be flexible. Yeah, put that on a shirt. You have to be flexible and understanding. I hope that people have gained some empathy during this time. Can't tell people what to do, but if I could, I would.
We can tell some people.
We could tell some people during school hours what to, and like you don't really know if they've
Scratches an itch for me. It's my life's work.
It really is.
Speaking of being flexible, though, I have to be at a training.
I know. I was just about to say, you guys, we finished our first student panel with our What's Up Teach. On that note, I'll play some music and then we'll bop out of here. Let me play. This seems like a solid song. Let's break my stride.
This is one of my favorites.
I know.
Come on, Riley. We know you have the caffeine to fuel this.
You have to.
Isaiah's stoic.